Okay. All right, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Is my microphone working? Okay, cool. So, we're going to do an energy reading for you. All right. Whoever this is for, if you're in the live chat, we're going to connect. If you're watching this on replay, it can still resonate with you. How y'all doing? What's up, Poetic? Hey, Monique. Thanks, you guys. I keep thinking that somebody's behind me. So weird. Nobody's behind me, though. Trina, if you here, I have Trina on the list. Thank you, Curtis, for the tip that you sent. I don't think you were trying to send for a question at the end, but if you were, just let me know. I'm glad to hear from you too. It's all got energy behind me. Let's do flowers. I think poetic, you drop flowers. Let's do flowers. Appreciation. No Taurus reading this April, huh? Do you have a soul, Malcolm? Are you an actual person or are you a robot? Yes, we're going to do flowers. Well, just because you're human don't mean you have a soul. You could be human and not have a soul. So, I speak to the soul. The soul doesn't want to be referred to with any labels. So, because I honor the soul, you're welcome to call yourself Taurus, but my spirit and the soul that communicates to every other soul that I connect with doesn't want to be referred to a label or a record. So I honor the soul. I don't change anybody else. But if the soul has evolved and the soul wants to be acknowledged as a soul, respect that. Okay? Now, if you don't have a soul and you can't resonate with anything that the soul says, then this may not be the soul channel for you. Whether you're a Taurus, whether you are any sign on the planet, you got to be able to connect with your soul. We are on a soul train. So either you're on the train or you're trying to get on the wrong train. So you got to decide where you stand. Okay? We all soul vibes around here. That's all it's about, okay? I don't do what I'm told. I don't do what people tell me to do. I do what my soul calls me to do. So I appreciate you respecting that. What's up, love and light? All right, so now that we got the logistics out of the way, let's go ahead and connect. So, if you want to connect with the energy, just drop some flowers. I don't know if Trina is here, but if you are, I'm gonna do you, Trina, after I'm gonna do your question after the energy reading. All right, so Friday, a couple announcements. Friday is going to be the last day that I accept personal readings. I'll be taking a hiatus for however long. And so as of Friday, April the 11th, I won't be taking any more personal readings or tip questions, okay? So if you do send any tips, it's just going to be recognized as a donation, okay? So the only way you're going to find any messages that is channeled through me is going to be on the channel, but I won't be doing personals anymore, okay? All right. So, flowers. All right, so this is going to be for those of you that you're going through a shift and a transformation. Okay, those of you that aren't trying to repeat a cycle from the past, any past energy, you're not interested in it. So if you resonate with that, then this message is for you. I'm also picking up like a job or some type of, it's not like a 9 to 5 job. It's some type of entrepreneur job because we have celebrity, famous in reverse. Now, either this is a person that you were dealing with, or this is you pretty much, like you're no longer interested in like the fame or what comes with the territory. Yeah, we have chosen one energy. So it feels like there's a divine union where you could have potentially connected with someone that's on a higher or elite status. And it looks like you're turning down that offer. Like you're rejecting some type of offer. Okay, to follow your chosen path. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, karmic soulmate in reverse. You don't want any karmic soulmates. You don't want to have to sell your soul. You don't want to have to do anything that's compromising to whatever you feel like your soul is calling you to do. Why do I get the vibe that divine counterparts? I get the vibe that you were tested. Now, when I say sell your soul, that's just anything that makes you feel like you got to compromise your integrity, compromise your belief system, compromise who you are in order to be accepted in this group with these people, with this society, whatever it is for you. A family could be a family, a relationship, whatever. If you had to jump through hurdles in order to be in the group, it seems like you don't want to participate anymore. So your higher self is showing you, is opening up a different path, weaving a different path for you. And then we have love messages. All right, so we're going to stop right there. Um, Something about confusing. You've had a lot of people, like the chosen ones have had a lot of people trying to figure out what's coming in for chosen ones. I don't know why, right? But it seems like there is some type of divine strategy that's been playing out for those that consider themselves chosen ones. And what appears to be one thing, it's like totally different. So if you know that it feels like a protection order of some sort, I'm gonna roll the dice and see what comes out. Okay, so I'm picking up copycats. People mimicking you. People mimicking chosen ones. Trying to like duplicate or copy. Someone works in the music industry, okay? If you're in the music industry, why am I seeing fried pancakes? And then I'm seeing dash cam, dash, what's that thing when you ring the doorbell and then you run? What is that called? You ring the doorbell and you run. Someone could be experiencing like someone ringing their doorbell and running. I'm also seeing someone like ring your doorbell and pitch some type of solicit something to you. Be mindful of someone trying to solicit something to you to get you to like subscribe or I feel like subscribe to a membership. Something to do with like a membership for like health, personal training. This could also be a like a radio station, but it looks like it would come through the form of like someone knocking on your door. Someone is trying to train someone else to be just like you so they could kick you to the curb. It's like if I could take your brain and put it in this person, I'll have like the perfect person. I don't know if someone's trying to make them the perfect pancake. All right, someone's also about to be receiving a gift. I heard fully loaded. So there's something about a fully loaded gift. It comes with some type of wager. All right, someone's going to be judged, and I heard crucified for some type of loaded gift. It's like a caveat to it, some type of contingency, right? If I do this nice thing for you, you have to do this for me. If you're in the music industry, entertainment industry, somebody wants to something to do with your gift. If you're a singer, you have some type of talent, you're in the entertainment industry. Someone wants you to ghostwrite for somebody, like a manager, an image consultant. They want you to ghostwrite for someone, and they're like grooming this person. Someone's being groomed to be like a mini version of you, especially like if you're like an older person in the industry. It's like they want your gift, but they have someone else has the aesthetics or someone else has the image that would pretty much like hit people over the head, take all their money, steal from them, because this person is really good at performing. Something about performing. So someone wanted you to be the performer, but now they want to replace you with someone younger or someone that is more. Because I heard Britney Spears, right? I don't know what that's about, but I heard something about Britney Spears. I don't think they're talking about Britney Spears. I feel like they're talking about how, like, generation after generation, those of you that have a gift, you have a talent, there's always, your replacement is always being prepped. And when that knock comes at the door, after all you've done to make sure you maintain this gift, they're going to kick you to the curb and then replace you with someone younger and more more vitality. This is also the same person that like taught you what you know now, helped you develop your gift, helped you go far, but they're also the one cooking you. Someone is also like your manager, but they're also cooking you at the same time and preparing to like tell you to retire, like football, like a sport. It's business, it's not personal. And this is something that they don't want you to know that they're about to do. This feels like even if you're not doing it for, like, you don't care for the fame or the recognition or anything like that, of anything that you do, you just want to do it because you love it. There's something about push to start, pushing your buttons, trying to provoke you and trigger you. It feels like spiritual hazing, you know, when they be hazing you to kind of like, it's not even a natural, it's not a natural selection. It's not like a natural order, a cosmic order of like you being chosen for something. This is more like, I like the way that the divine chooses souls and how they all influence and have affluence together. And so I want to mimic how the divine selects who they choose, who the divine chooses, and try to like mimic the strategy and create my own little society, secret society or group where, but it's mimicked off of the divine intelligence. And so it's based off of that same, it's trying to do it like that, but then trying to make it seem as if that's the way the world is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's what's required in this industry, in this market, if you want to make it. So you'll do all this conditioning. Someone is doing all this conditioning, eating protein shakes, trying to get fit, trying to stay in shape, trying to stay ready, and someone is preparing to kick them to the boot. And then after they get kicked to the side, they're going to use the public and the masses as like public ridicule, mockery. And then the objective is to see someone else singing your music, to see someone else performing what you do, to see someone else saying and doing whatever it is that you, whatever it is, gift that you have. But the only problem with this entire thing is they either have to get rid of you if you don't go willingly, or they have to get you to cancel yourself by triggering you. And the reason is they don't, this is something like a group, a society, I don't know what they call those things. But this is trying to steal your gift. Like literally take it, debo it. Like this is deboing. Like there, you can't, this is, I'm going to hit you over the head and debo you for it. this is like someone saying, I know you're not going to bow out gracefully. I know you're not going to get out gracefully, so I have to do something like this. I'm also seeing someone like turn the music up. If you have like kids, someone may turn the music up. Another person is cooking and they want to like make short jabs at you and provoke you. Some of y'all are being provoked within your homes. Others of you, it's trickling all the way up, depending on what level you're on. It's like it's happening on all levels of consciousness, being provoked and pushed just to the brink of something. So I think they want you to be aware of it. There's something about ripping the connection that you have with the divine away from you. Whatever gift that you have, it's too strong. And so if they can't classify you and put you in a category, then they feel like you have too much affluence. You can reach too many masses. And too many people will experience activations. Whether it's your song, your music, whatever it is that you do, that's a frequency. And so the objective here is to make you want to like just turn the radio off, turn everything off and like just escape from it all, because it's like it's too much. It's too much dramas, it's too much this, it's too much betrayals, it's too much whatever it is that's considered too much. This is like pancakes, right? This is an energy that doesn't want you to rise, doesn't want you to complete your awakening. Like you've already awakened, but it's like I don't want you to develop this gift. I don't want you to build this muscle, this spiritual muscle and ability that you possess. But because you're so consistent, because you have so much dedication, because you're committed to doing it anyway, it's like now I have to get rid of you. Some of y'all have your everyday routine down, like you have it down to a T, so much to the point where it's like you knock out your morning routines, you taking care of your health, all right? You kicking things out your way, you're keeping your eyes focused on the prize. And so I do see the overall intention that you have. But through this storm, I do feel like y'all are battling fear, anxiety, kicking habits, right? What they call it, relapsing. Y'all are battling a lot of. This is like when you're putting in so much work, you're doing so much work on yourself to the point where because I'm seeing someone like doing like deadlifting, and then there's another person like talking at them like super close, like, how bad do you want it? Da, 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 da. And that could be like a coaching energy or a motivational coach. But I feel like this person is trying, the image that they're giving me is the objective is to talk so much at you that it breaks you. Something is about breaking you, like breaking the horse, breaking your spirit. I heard, read me along. I've been through this too long, and I'll be damned if I see another bitch on your arm. Okay, what is that about? Gossip. I told you. Fear of change. There's an agenda to make you not answer your soul's calling and you to be afraid of the enlightenment and fear of change and what people will say to you, what people will say about you. There's so much, like, this is trying to get you to cancel yourself, get yourself out of your own spotlight. Because that's why we have, I don't know, let me ask the question, because I do feel like this energy is going to balance itself out. But the objective, if you've been feeling like you want to stop or give up or wait until the energy passes by, you're being encouraged not to do that. You're being encouraged to continue letting the naysayers talk, letting the naysayers do what they want to do. Go with the flow, roll with the punches. You won't be rejected. You're going to be renewed. It doesn't matter what people say. Whether they say, oh, you're doing it for the money, or you're doing it for this or for that. You're supposed to be in some type of industry. You're supposed to be like front row and center, like in the middle of one of the biggest, I heard Mecca, one of the biggest industries doing you. And they're not supposed to see what's coming. You're not even supposed to see what's coming. I feel like you're a secret weapon. Okay. The objective of counting someone out is important here. Someone has to be willing to play the villain. I was talking to my daughter earlier, and so she's preparing for, like, we've been getting ready for star testing and all that type of stuff, right? So she's been like extremely worried about the test and if she's gonna get it right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So, I start speaking life into her and telling her, be confident in yourself. You can do whatever you want to do. It's gonna be great. If you stop worrying about it, it's gonna work itself out. And then she was like, I know, but I just this, and I just that. And so I was like, okay, so let me know what you want to do. Do you want me to speak life into you, or or are you gonna keep telling me, or are you gonna keep making excuses about why you want to continue worrying and being anxious about it? Anxiety, worry, and fear is like an energy that once it has its mind made up, it won't let anyone, it won't let joy in at all. There's no room for joy and anxiety. They can't exist in the same space. So I asked her, I was like, okay, do you want me to be, do you want me to be mommy and tell you nice stuff, or do you want me to be the villain? And she was like, the villain. So I was like, all right, bet. You're not going to succeed. And the moment that I told her that she wasn't going to succeed, she was like, oh, yes, I am. I'm about to do it. Watch me. And so there's something about getting you out of your own way by being the villain. So someone in your life has to play the villain. Okay? And if you don't let anyone ever get close to you, no one gets to be the person to push you to the brink of something. So for those of you that y'all be listening to, y'all be entertained with social media, there are some things that can be an illusion and keep you in the cycles, and it entertain you, especially with readings and stuff like that. It can entertain you, but there's also the serious conversations about your destiny and why you're here. A lot of people say, oh, Earth is ghetto. I don't want to be here on Earth. But what separates the person that's doing the work, they're guaranteeing that they don't have to reincarnate. So if Earth is ghetto, or you don't like humans, you don't want to be on Earth, do the work so your ass don't got to come back. That's kind of like a win-win situation versus just constantly saying, oh, I just don't interact because I don't want to be on Earth, or Earth is ghetto and I don't like humans and people. And that stems from some type of social anxiety. I don't know why they're bringing that up, but these are like random chat messages that I'm getting. And I feel like it's all related to this energy here. True statement. People are always going to have some shit to say. Opposition is going to come. Chaos is going to be born anytime you are unsure. So you know how you keep chaos out? You don't give yourself time to think. The mind is a crazy place right now. Being caught up in the head and worry and thinking and overthinking right now, all it's going to do is turn your battery off. It's like puts you in sleep mode. The computer don't be processing anything. And just on the other side of having that aha moment is destiny. What's the destiny here, Spirit? Welcome, Kelly. So we have regeneration lizard. It says, as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. This is your destination. So every time falls and experiences and you deal with villains and you fight demons and you told certain things, it's not going to take you out. I feel like this, I'm speaking to those of you that have a great calling over your life, and your calling, it looks like you're meant to be regenerative. And the only way that you can regenerate something is if you get cut off from something. So every time you get cut off or you get counted out, you only come back 10 times better, 10 times stronger, 10 times harder. So your breakdowns are actually breakthroughs and buildups for better things. But if they can convince you to be afraid of the breakdown, you'll never go through the cycle of being rebuilt, and you'll never experience your new character. You'll never get introduced to that timeline. It's there. I see the timeline. But it's like, how do we get you on the other side of expecting things to be good or expecting things to be less chaotic? I feel like back in the day, you just hit them over the head one time, like, doop, doop. But in 2025, we have to come up with better ways, because that could get you put in jail. That's what I was seeing here. I got time for that. For those of you that are a chef, if you cook or you do anything in the eating, in the, hospitality industry, cooking, someone's going to give you a shot in the kitchen. And it's a very, very well popular restaurant. Something about celebrities go to this restaurant. But it will require you to kick some type of negative thinking or something like that. Like, it's a fear. Like, I don't want to tower. I don't want a tower moment. I want to avoid tower moments. What the hell, you guys? Is that what we're doing? Are we avoiding tower moments? What is going on, people? Hi, Uncle. What is going on? Talk to me. Tell me, what is the problem? Are we avoiding these tower moments? Are we emotionally detaching? I need to spark something inside of someone. That's what I feel like. I feel like I need to spark something. What's the sphere of change, Spirit? It's the psychic attacks. It's the gossipers. It's people. It's like the Three of Cups in reverse. That's like tabloids. Okay, that's gossip blogs. That's haters, like real life haters. And sometimes if we don't know how to do something, we have to look to the stars. And if there's nobody that you personally feel like, if you believe, oh, you shouldn't idolize stars, you don't have to idolize stars, celebrities, in order to be able to see their struggle and see their perseverance and take something of value away from it. There's so many people living in existence where they are so generous enough to put their life on Front Street that they would allow you to dissect their life. Hell, you could pull up their birthday. You could pull up their birth charts. You could do so much stuff that's how open and generous a lot of famous celebrity people are. Right? You could look at their personalities and their archetypes and ask yourself critical questions. Why they may have made that decision. What's in their chart that may have, you know, that may have supported their choice in this direction. Like, so many people have been willing to rise and fall just so the masses can get the picture. But at the same time, it's also a hidden agenda to get you to be disgusted with those that are in those positions, because Spirit isn't telling you to idolize them or to put them on a pedestal or to see them as above yourself, but rather bridge the gap between the two, because they're no different. They're just on a different tax bracket. They're going through the same things, just on a different scale, at a different level. And so we can really radiate this. We can go real deep in the home where it starts, and then we can radiate this on a mass cultural level. We can go even further from international. So the gossip is beneficial. Okay? The villain is necessary. Lucky for you, in this generation or in this era, instead of those naysayers having the ability to tie you up and hang you, or to literally shut you down by making you go missing, they can only do it from the telephone screen. They can only do it from word of mouth. It can only travel as far as the internet. So the only thing that they can hurt is your ego, your identity, right? How you want to be seen or perceived. But that's about it. They really don't have no validity. And so it's a weapon that was formed it's a sword. It's a sword that it doesn't take physical matter, but it's a collection of every last single person's profile compiled in a sword that just cuts people. That's it. It's not that scary. You was just looking up celebrity. I'm telling you, there's something they want you to see. For those of you that are struggling with, dealing with envious friends and jealousy, if you have this star quality, paying attention, right? Selena was a fallen angel, a falling star that gave us enough data to know that you can have the closest person to you, give them access to everything you have, and they'll be the ones waiting to take you out. History has taught us that. We could look at a lot of different Whitney Houston. For those of y'all that are struggling to get out of toxic relationships, it can lead you where there's drugs involved, alcohol, whatever the attachment is. That's a falling star that came to show you in the 3D flesh, right? Made manifest. That these amount of choices in these directions is data. It can take you down this path. So it's like Spirit is saying, look at things from an objective standpoint so you can trick the mind that is trying to trick you. There's something about the tricky slope about intelligence is, Aquarius age is, for everything you want to accomplish, there will be a equal negative or opposite connected to it. And so you have to know how to flip switches necessary and shift gears So that way you have the emotional intelligence where you understand that anybody playing the villain in your life is happening for you, not to you. And that if it's a really bad villain that's playing in your life, that's role playing in your life, you must have great purpose. And God has given you what you need and not what you want. Okay? Whatever this villain is, there's no nice way to say you need it. Okay? There just really isn't. Wheel of Fortune. It's the only way you're going to change fate. Okay? There's fate and then there's destiny. Fate is the data from your parents, your mother and your father. Those two are datas. Your awareness. I'm aware that I'm on a wheel. I'm aware that I'm fated to repeat certain patterns. I'm aware that my chart makes me stubborn. But that doesn't mean I have to be stubborn in every situation. I could pick and choose. It's just an awareness. And so once you become aware, you get to use free will, and free will unlocks your destiny. But destiny is going to require you to go through a series of uncomfortable events for the rest of your life. Okay. So what's these love messages about? Because you have a divine counterpart that's going to push you, want you to grow, help you grow and evolve. Y'all may play in the roles interchangeably with each other. Oh, mercy. I check out. I'm done. I can't do this. I really, really can't do this. Oh my God. Where's my music? Y'all making my boobs sweat. Y'all doing too fucking much. I'm finding it. Okay. Hold on. Because it got hot as fuck in here. It's not a bad thing, okay? Give me the word, Spirit. Okay. So those of you that are chosen for whatever this destiny is saying that you don't do it by yourself. You're not going to be doing this by yourself. You see this? Yin and yang. There's a yin to your yang. There's a yang to your yin. Yin to your yang. Yang to your yin. Yeah. Flip it and reverse it. But fuck. Why the Ace of Cups in reverse? You don't want to listen to love messages. Why? Can anybody tell me why you don't want to listen to love messages? If you stay too long in your intellect, you become a know-it-all. And when you become a know-it-all, the brain and the heart need each other. That's your yin and your yang. The brain and the heart need each other. Okay? So when your brain be braining and you be spinning all these webs, the heart has to come in to say, hey, chill out. The heart has to come in and say, hey. I need you to get off your airhead. You're being an airhead. You're being an airhead. You're thinking too much. You're trying to strategize. You're trying to outwit the divine. You're trying to do something that's outside of your tax bracket. Okay, you're doing team too much. People play games. So what you focus on, you attract. If you're in your head so much, trying to focus on making sure that you're not getting played by someone else's game, you attract more people that play games. Because you're saying to the universe, I need more people to come into my life to play games on me so I can become better at identifying the games that always are being played. You're saying, I need, unless you're trying to write a book, I don't see the purpose of attracting so many mind games or people that play these games. Awareness says, I'm aware that everybody plays games. I'm aware that Big Brother is spying on all of us with their telephones. What can you do about that? Nothing. You can't do shit about it. Right? So, what you can't do, what you can't change, what do you do in the meantime? Bare necessities. If they're watching you, the only thing they're going to see you do is take a shit, eat food, and repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat. That's it. That's all they can watch you do. It's a very entertaining show. Unless you got motion and you making plays, okay, and you out here doing something, they're always watching. The same thing I see here. So when you're tired, you attract more tired people. This is attraction. In the spiritual realm, it is saying that this is what you're attracting. More sadness. What you're tired of, you even affirming that you're tired of it. You're not tricking your mind to shift your thinking to attract better. You're allowing that negative thinking to attract exactly what you feel because your emotions is more telling than your logic, and you think you're doing something smart by avoiding it, but it's not smart. And then you know so much so nobody can tell you nothing. So now your head is even bigger. And then you take it personal when the bubble gets burst. I don't know. That's what they're saying. You want to get to the next level? Tired shouldn't even be your vocabulary. Like, what could you really possibly be tired of? I want to know. My problem is I run in blind trying to give up control. You run in blind trying to give up control. But you're not really blind though, because God is always watching. So if anyone is feeling like that, where you feel like you go in a situation blind to give up control, and then certain things start happening, you're not really blind because the divine, God, is always watching. But if you focus more on, it's not that you can't go places. It's just knowing intuitively when God says it's time to go. You're meant to walk into spaces and places where you're blindly walking into it. But you're not necessarily blind because faith is always present. So when you go through the experience, God may drop a pin and you say, "Oh, that's my cue. I've enjoyed my time. It's my time to go." So it's about tuning into the frequency of knowing when it's time, when the expiration date arrives, when it's time to leave, focusing on when it's time to leave rather than not going at all. What's up, Dale? I want drama free cheeks and a home cooked meal. It ain't that hard. What? Look at this. Faith. Faith. I literally just said that before the card came out. Like, I literally just said, you got faith. And then fucking faith came out. It feels like going from a reality where you connect with God a lot, you connect with the divine source all day, but God never responds. And then you're going through a phase and then reaching a reality, okay, or a dimension or a paradigm where God is talking back and God is communicating and God is telling you everything that you need to know. And God created everything, the ancestors, the spirit guides, the good guys and the bad guys, and it's all knowing. So wondering around, well, who is actually communicating is counterproductive. It's like a waste of discussion because if I'm the parent and I send my oldest child to come and tell you something, and you don't believe that I sent my oldest child to tell you something, that still don't negate that I sent the message. That just means that you don't have faith that the message is coming from me. And so you're like, no, mommy didn't say that. They didn't tell me that. And it's like, well, mommy told me to tell you X, Y, and Z. And then you like, oh, I don't believe it. God got to come and tell, mommy got to come tell me myself. So now God is coming to you directly. And you still can't recognize when God is coming to you directly. That's what I see. We have Tiger Fire. I got the eye of the tiger. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Yeah, there ain't no battle that you are going through where God is not with you. The divine is not sitting there right with you, seeing the whole damn thing playing out. So let's get this loving. Let's get this McLovin. All of you that are chosen for a destiny, whatever it is you're doing. Emotional storm. Triggered when I see your face. Triggered when I hear your name. Triggered. All right, so we have turmoil, unstable, affected, peace. See, y'all was in the eye of the storm too long, and pretty much spirit. I'm gonna say God, okay, because God is more appropriate. God wants you to get out of the eye of that storm and mix and mingle, okay? Drink some alcohol. Not literally, okay? I'm being funny. But yes, mixology. It made me think of alcohol, okay? Um, we got peace, nourish, foundation, loyalty, clarity, withdrawn. Yeah. There's something that you got to release. You need the exodus open. You need the exorcism. You need to be something need to be exercised up out you. Okay. Someone needs some of y'all need you need to break it down. You need your back broken. Don't take it if it don't resonate. Don't be over here talking about, oh, TT told me I go get my back broken. And then you go over there and spread your legs open. And the next thing you know, you over there saying, why did you tell me to do that? You're evil. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that. Oh my God. Misunderstood, victim, lost soul, mistakes. Bro, Tell me how y'all get all the dark emo cards out of this deck. What the hell? How y'all did that? Why y'all do that? Pride. Ooh. Baby. Let me say what I feel like y'all doing right now, right? It's a drought. Someone will learn a lesson and you will not let up on someone. You have determined that this person must experience karma. And it don't matter what this person say, this person do, they will pay. They will pay. They will pay for what they have done. And until this person pays, you can't move on with your life. I don't care if it was someone where it was a simple misunderstanding. Y'all didn't say what y'all meant to say. Your heart was broken. They shattered you into a million pieces because they was arrogant. That person got to come back around. I don't care if you were traumatized, a real victim, and you regretted choosing someone, and that person broke your heart, and they taught you about ego and how having identity issues and sexuality issues and not knowing who they are can really fuck you up. But you were regenerated from that, right? I don't care if you dealt with a lost soul and that person destroyed you and it made you super stubborn. Usually the lost soul and the destroyer energy, it comes from like the person you love the most, so like your mother or your father, because they'll break you down to the point of they know how to crack your soul, okay? And they'll put you, whatever you go through in that experience, it can crack you open in a way where it'll force you down a path and you'll stay on that path and you'll be locked and grid on that path. And so there probably was a moment in your childhood where your mother or your father did something and then you became stubborn and fixated on never getting off this path. That's where your first core value was set up. Okay? Then you became a victim of someone else exploiting the fact that, oh, you were out here lost trying to find your way, and it was like, hey, you come over here with me. I'm taking people today, and then you thought they loved you. Come to find out, they didn't know if they wanted to be you or them. They was struggling with their own identity and trying to take yours in the process. And so then you had to clench your pearls and you had to become a victor against this shape-shifting energy. Then you got out of that situation and you went on to the next one. And along the way, you've met many people that had you fucked up from the very beginning. Oh, I didn't know, or they don't know, they mishandle you. They don't know what they have when they have you. And they just keep on shattering and shattering and shattering. And then they have the audacity to feel arrogant about it. Like, oh, that's what you deserve because you let the other person do you wrong. That's what you get because you didn't choose right when you had the chance straight out the coochie. You didn't get your shit right. You didn't make the right choices. Not knowing that you were activated on this path before you even knew you was going to be activated on this path. So was it really a mistake? Or is the person that's arrogant under the impression that they were the best, that they were the prize, and they were the best thing that ever happened to you? Come to find out, they misunderstood. You were really there to take them down a few notches. So, all of these experiences has created an emotional roller coaster. You get off one ride to the next ride. It has deeply affected you and made you feel very unstable in environments that you should feel protected in. You should be able to be naked and vulnerable and let your guards down. But the moment that you let your guards down, that's when shit get crazy. So what is this teaching you? What is this teaching you when it comes to relationships? Because this encompasses not just romantic, but it also encompasses family relationships, work relationships, people in general, where your trust issues stem from. But God will never put you through anything that isn't meant to be your greatest reward, your greatest gift. The greatest gift God could ever give you is being forged from pain. Is being forged from pain. So here you are, unable to love anyone else new because the past got its grip on you. Now, it's not the past as in you're still with this person, for those of you that aren't. It's the past of being activated on this path, pretty much being activated to be a terror or to be terrorized, and then you don't know how to get off the damn ride anymore. And so certain people don't want you to get off the ride. Yeah, it's like, I don't want you to get off the ride. The only way you get off the ride is by being strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. And so, it's your job to protect your inner child. Because it's like you are now giving your inner, all versions of yourself, you're saying, this is my job. Your future self is saying, I've been preparing you for each step along the way. And even when you felt like you weren't there, I was there hunting on your behalf. I was there clearing the path for you. Because I already knew that you were going to do it for me in the past. So every time is already happening right now simultaneously. So when you get that inkling, right, of a life other than what you have, it's not that it's a fantasy. Your future self is imprinting on you. Your future self is giving you an impression, like taking a mental screenshot and showing you what they see. So you know what you can look forward to. That belief has to be louder and stronger than your circumstances. That conviction has to be 10 times louder than anything you could possibly go through. So when you hear messages that's talking about your future life and what it's going to look like, you should get excited, right? Not, oh, let me look for the flaws, let me look for this. Because how can you possibly align to that or attune to it if when you hear it, you're not even in agreement with it? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like spiritually what I'm seeing here is don't let the outside noise of people telling you like, hey, no, you need to focus on the 3D reality and what's real right in front of you be the thing that causes you to stop dreaming and fantasizing. Fantasy and dreams is a very vital ingredient. It connects us to our heart, and a lot of times masculine energy. They do it more effortlessly because we assume more of the masculine energy. Majority of males are in their feminine energy. The ones that are extremely imaginative or they play all day or they're very goofy, they don't take nothing serious. They may hurt people's feelings, but they're constantly in their feminine energy. And the reality of bills, responsibilities, and things like that is like the lost boys. They don't want to grow up. They don't want to grow up because that makes them, that's the position that you've been in. You've been in the masculine position for a very, 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 very long time. So here you are trying to shift into a feminine energy so you can receive, but you're not accustomed to it. You don't know how to be in feminine energy. And so when the divine says, okay, well, play, imagine, be lost, fantasize. You're like, oh, I don't want to fantasize. I don't know who's connecting with me. Or, oh, no, I don't want to daydream because I don't want to. No, you have to. You have to. And it's like, oh, I hope it's real. I hope it's for me. Hope I know one day it'll happen. One day is today. You have to believe it like it's happening today. You have to flirt with it like it's happening today. You have to know it's happening today. That's the only way you're going to regenerate yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be relying off yourself, which is saying, yeah, you have the intelligence to, you have enough intelligence to grasp the attention of someone, right? Through the mind and your intellect and different things like that. But then there's going to be an absence of emotion. So now you don't know how to foster and nurture that connection because it's an area, you need the brain and the heart. It's the area that you're not accustomed to. And so then fear is going to creep up and say, I can't trust someone to take on those aspects. I can't trust another person to handle the things that I'm so accustomed to maintaining and providing and solving. And there is going to be a third energy that's always present that wants you to believe that you'll never make it out of this reality. You'll never make it out. But they can't take away your victory, because it's also part of your fate to always be victorious even after you endure something. Destiny allows you to speed that victory up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To manifest with a little bit more intention, to experience with God said you had to go through something, but he didn't say you had to go through it 365 days. Let's speed that shit up to a week. Let's knock it out in 3 days. Let's kill it in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta be on it for 6 years. We said the experience would form, but we also said it wouldn't prosper. The only way we can guarantee it don't prosper is if we knock it out the park a little bit faster. So come on, get your ass over here. Let's do our little play. Let's play the skit. I know, but you gotta let yourself feel. And so if you're being hard about feeling, that person gonna have to hurt your feelings in order to get you to feel. Because pain is still a way to connect to your heart. But you can avoid, right? If you're used to connecting with your heart, because pain puts you on your knees, which makes you call on God. You see what I'm saying? But if you could avoid that process and you can be like, I don't need no one to come in and inflict pain on me for me to see that it's time for me to open my heart. I can shift this myself. Then you'll be obedient. That was the word last year that I kept hearing over and over and over again. And sometimes obedient looks like, I want you to stop doing everything, working this rat race, and I want you to be still. And then you're like, God, but I got people waiting on me. I got to let them know what's going on. Did not say be obedient? Like, who told you had to check in? Why do you feel like you have to call and constantly inform people on what the fuck you need to do for yourself? Which brings us to the flowers, right? Appreciation. Stop expecting other people to be responsible for the way you're supposed to nurture and care for you. You won't be disappointed. You won't have expectations that fail you, because the ball is never in their court. Even when it's with a job. Why do you think Asians or people in China or whatever, they understand that if they don't take that break, they become out of spiritual alignment. So even if they working, they going to take 30 minutes and they going to go outside and play like kids. Even the adults, whether they dancing outside, sitting outside, they have to go connect with nature. It's a requirement. If you neglect that, then the divine has said, okay, I'm going to bring someone in to trigger you because I need you to be still. I need you to be a child again. Adults don't give themselves opportunities to be a child. And so those of you that have children, that's the greatest gift that God could ever give you. Is the children around you going to constantly remind you to go outside and play. The children around you going to keep you young and youthful. So this narrative that's socially going around where, oh, you got kids or you got a burden, you got X, Y, and Z, they're already not spiritually aligned because they don't understand the value of children. It's like a automatic clock. You no longer have to rely on your intuition because those kids gonna tell you. They're gonna pull you out your own comfort zones and they're gonna make you do what you probably would forget to do on your own. Now the biggest problem is the ones that, if you are a parent and you don't allow yourself to be a child too, because you're trying to slice all the edges off the sandwich and do everything right and you know do all their laundry. No one told you to do that. That's a rat race. what are you upkeeping? You're upkeeping other people seeing, like, people literally will upkeep their house, their kids, because they fear what other people might say about the way their house look or how their kids look or something like that. And they never get to live. They never get to enjoy their life. Oh, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You never know who's going to visit you. It's like, yeah, that may have been necessary back in the day, but that's a little unnecessary in for this era. There's something about this era, this new reality, the time zone that we're in. Those belief systems no longer serve. So I feel like it won't be like that always. I feel like the wiser you get, the more you're gonna love your strength. You're gonna be a leadership on your path. Your wisdom is gonna inspire everyone that meets you. You're going to overcome any problem that you ever encounter in the future, and you're going to naturally achieve success. There's never going to be a day where you don't feel successful, even when you're doing nothing. Y'all ever have those type of ancestors or parents where, like grandparents, where like they'll know you're stealing in the kitchen, like stealing something out the cookie jar or something, but they'll play along with you like they don't know? Why do you think they did that? When you catch someone do something that they're not supposed to do, and you choose not to say anything, is that a bad thing or a good thing? It's like Spirit is saying a part of wisdom is being able to know it all, but not needing to change the way it plays out, right? Let's talk about Yeshua or Jesus, whatever you call him, right? He knew Judas was going to betray him, but he didn't need, with everything that he knew, he didn't need to change the outcome. He wasn't afraid of the sacrifice. We mourn the sacrifice because we didn't want to be without, as a people, we didn't want to be without that physical, tangible expression of love, expression of God here on earth. But he wasn't afraid of his sacrifice. So it's it's like the divine is trying to teach humanity how to process grief, how to process their experiences, how to alchemize it, because it's only you can stand in the way of everything you've ever wanted, you know? What's up, Clarissa? That's what I'm getting from this, you guys. Only you really can stand in the way of everything you ever wanted. All I ever wanted. I'm getting Prince of Egypt. I don't know who taught y'all this. I don't know. Like, whoever this is for, I have to keep reiterating that because I feel like I'm a little, it's not for everybody. You know, I can feel when it's a little bit specific, it's not for everybody. It's not meant to be. There's certain parts you could take from it, but ultimately with the Hermit in reverse, this is like, I don't want to ask for too much. I don't want to be demanding of God. And so you don't ask at all. I don't know if it's because you're just not used to asking for more than what you feel like you have already. Like, you don't want to be greedy. You don't want to be vain. You don't want too much. You're willing to struggle because you feel like wishing and praying for more than what you have, the plight that you have, the fate that you are incarnated to in, as if that is something you're meant to see all the way through. It's like, I'm meant to see it all the way through. Even though I'm not getting what I want, even though I'm unhappy, I'm meant to see something through. I have to keep this up. I don't know. It's struggle. It's definite. Whether it's struggle love, whether it's struggling with a career, this is struggling. This is like humble to the 10th degree. I mean, so humble, you damn near feel like it's wrong to ask for more than your plight, to claim more than what you're given. Like, you're taking your ration and like, I need to be happy with this. What? The Hangman. It's like your cute little. Come on. Like, it's okay. Make a wish. And like, no, I couldn't. I could never. I'm grateful for what I have. I said make a wish. You know what I'm saying? It's like God is saying, make a wish. Tell me what you want. And like, it's not even my birthday. I don't even know what to ask for. Like, this is too much. Should I even be asking for anything? I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. Yes, we know you're grateful. Is there anything more? Is there anything more that you may want? And so you give, 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 give. And it's okay to ask. And if you don't like to ask people, ask God. Like, God is saying, tell me what you want me to do. Tell me what you want me to. Ask me to intercede. Just ask me. You can have anything you want, but I won't. It's like God is saying, I will not override your free will and control you, because I love you more than that, than to be a dictator in your life. But if you ever need me, I'm always there. I'm never going to leave you alone, ever. So make a request. Pray for something. Ask for something. Anything. I'm talking to those of you that refuse to ask for anything. You stay preferring to struggle. Oh, man. You have the most beautiful imagination. You are well known, like you are a spark. You light up everyone's life. But when it comes to yourself, you're immortal. It's like you're not even human. You know? Five of cups. Four of cups. And it's like I can see this light, like this, like a light that's on, and it's like, and it's like spirits trying to like, you know how you just like you've been doing this all the time, like, and they just want to like help it, make it big flame, big flame, big flame. And you're like, I just want to stay here in this little small flame. I don't want no big flame. And it's like, make it roar. Make it roar. Turn your lights all the way up. Blind. Blind. Oh, dang. It's like, no. What if I... Some of y'all is, what if I make someone mad? What if someone gets upset at me? What if, like, you may not say it out loud, but the back of your mind, it's like, what if I attract the wrong person? What if someone, like, you're thinking for other people and their reactions and how they're going to internalize what you're doing versus just saying what comes to your mind at first. Like, you're processing 3 times. And that's how I know if anybody ever come to y'all and say, oh, I don't like the way you talk or how you said it to me, you pissed me off. As many times as y'all filter what y'all got to say so that you make sure you're saying it right, it's never you. They're the problem, trust me, because y'all, friendship, innovation. Okay, I like it. Endurance. Okay. All right, whatever you about to invent, whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. It's going to help you get through them dark days. And then by the time you look up that tunnel vision, it's going to be like a whole harvest. Okay. The shifting. See, what happened is when I know what it is, I got that shit. I got it. When the karmic soulmates come around and you experience it, you sensitive. And I feel like the reason why you can't really tolerate listening to it or hearing about it, it makes you uncomfortable, is because a lot of y'all are really living that shit in real life and you're trying to get away from it, right? But in the same context, for those of you where you feel like that energy is following you everywhere, the energy is taunting you because the energy, the karmic knows that it bothers you. You know, the karmic energy knows that it bothers you. So it's supposed to keep bothering you until you become immune, where it no longer has the ability to shift you out of your frequency of whatever you are attracting, whatever you're manifesting, whatever you've asked for. That's where your faith and conviction is being tested. Can you tolerate hearing by Billy, Bob, Gina, whatever they are, constantly showing up in your energy, constantly showing up in your reads, constantly showing up around you? You can't even escape it. The message here, stop trying to escape it. Put yourself, feel it, inhale. Every time it's meant to make you aware. Like when you inhale, when you get a whiff of this shit, whatever the karmic energy is, like when you allow it to process through your body, when you, okay, so I'm getting one. I don't know who this is going to be for, but let's say you got a karmic, right? And they may not say nothing, but they act nice and then they try to provoke you. Now you, being all intelligent and all, you know how to read between the lines and you know what they're intending to do. You already know they're trying to trigger you. Boom, right? That's the purpose of a trigger, is for them to try to trigger you. So what you try to do is you brace yourself, and that energy keep calling your bluff. And the reason why it calls your bluff is because you keep running away. But if you endure, that's how you face the beast. You got to endure it differently. You got to be able to let it come through. You inhale the bullshit, right? Now it's here. Now it's going to hit your heart chakra. When it hits your heart chakra, the first thing that's going to come to your mind is going to start sending messages to your brain. And your brain going to say, you want to start divulging and countersuiting the hypocrisy, right? You want to start defending your character. The trigger that wants you to defend your character comes from your uncertainty in who you are. So that person that's triggering you is trying to teach you that you have a space of vulnerability about your identity, and that you need to make sure that you are solid in who you are. And when you can be in spaces and places with people, and you command the room, right? You alchemize the energy in the room. That's you self-mastery. That's you mastering how to be anywhere and shift the whole entire spectrum of what everybody, you change the dimension. You literally flip the page. I'm here now, so now we're on page 132. Thank you for reading along. But this is my story. I'm the main character. Flip switch. Then the next one try to trigger you. They may start by being befriending you, and then little by little bit, they try to give you what I call when a person tells you what they like and what they prefer, and they introduce it to you. And let's say you don't really care for it, but you entertain it. The first thing you're going to want to do is tell them what they want to hear, so they don't feel like it's like as a way to push it away. Like, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's nice. Like someone showing you a picture, and they're like, oh, I love this thing. This thing makes me so happy. And you really don't care for it, but then you lie. Like, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's fine. That's nice. That person likes when you do that, because every time they get you to lie out loud, every time they get you to pretty much restrict your own voice from telling you it's true, it makes them like, I got you to appease my comfort. I got you to do what I want you to do. Now, in those situations, you can respond in two ways. You can appease them and really not give a fuck, or you can put them to work. Those are what I call worker bees. They need something to be put. They need a mission. They need a task. And so a lot of y'all, like you're you're being engineered to work all your magic, right? Because when you don't give all of these busybodies a purpose, then they turn a purpose out of you. They make a purpose out of you. You got to give these busybodies purpose. Why are you in my life, and how can I utilize you before you try to utilize me? Now, it's not you don't have to question yourself anymore. Like, am I doing the right thing by utilizing this person? Well, do you know your character? If you know your character, you know your heart, should you be questioning yourself on whether or not you're alchemizing everything properly? No, you shouldn't be questioning yourself. You should already know. Because you've been knocked over the head so many times, and so you know who you are and you know who they are. So it's like when you know who they are, you stop trying to tell them, I know who you think I am. I know what you're doing. I read between the lines. I know you don't like me. And they're like, you're crazy. I never said that. Stop telling them what you know. Again, Jesus did not tell, he did tell Judas. I think he said, you're going to betray me. Did he tell him he was going to betray him? I think he did. Oh, I don't know if he did or not. But the objective here is everyone at the table has a purpose. And everyone wants the power. Okay? That's what it is. Everybody wants the power. But if the power was given to you, everybody gonna try. They have to take it from you now. And the only way to take it from you is for you to doubt who you are and doubt if you're doing the right thing and wonder if you should even be doing this or if you should be doing that. Is it good? Is it bad? That doubt is a recipe for disaster. That's it. That's all. You know, I think that's all we can really take for that. Anything further would be going too deep. And I don't think that we're there yet. No, we're not there yet. That's all. So I'm going to clear the energy and then I'm going to answer Trina's question. Trina, if you're not in the live, I'm going to timestamp it so you can find it and email it to you. Friday is the last day of personals until further notice. Y'all know May season is around the corner, right? So, happy early birthday. Are we in Aries season already? Of course. My pleasure. My pleasure, Lady B. Yes. Taurus season is upon us. It's here already. This year went by really fast, y'all. Went by really, really fast. And I just been stopping to smell the roses a lot more lately. Because I'm noticing like time is speeding up. Like my children are aging quickly. My mother is getting older fast. And take time, cherish your mother and your father. Even if they done things to you. Everyone's pain is different, but yeah. I was talking to a friend earlier today. I genuinely believe, if I didn't have the struggles that I had growing up, I wouldn't be able to be the mother that I am today. I didn't know back then that I would have children with disability, that I would have two children with disability. I didn't know back then that I would fall down many times and get back up. I didn't know that I would have to do it all on my own. I didn't know when I was a child what my path would look like. But if my mother and father didn't give me the hardships that I had to endure, I would be bitter today. Right? I would be very upset and I would feel like, why me? If I didn't have to be so independent and do it on my own and have no support, I would feel like I'm missing something today. So God gave me what I needed and not what I wanted. And so I forgive my mother. Not because she did something wrong, but for playing her role in my life to the fullest. She did a great job playing her role. And I needed that. Okay? I needed that. She prepared me for a life where she wouldn't be in it. And God knows, can't nobody walk in her shoes. At all. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she walks to this day with one lung. I don't know how she's there for all 10 of her kids that are grown and their kids, and takes care of her ill mother. Like, she set the bar high. Very, very high. I got some very, very big shoes to fill. She set the bar so high. And she doesn't ask for much. All she ever wanted was a house. That's it. That's all. So even if no one buys her house, even if I can't buy her house, when I buy a house, whether she's here physically or not, she will be in that house. She don't ask for much. I don't care. I don't care what she's ever done. It is your responsibility to heal your relationship. Period. You have no idea. Drawing down the sun. Yeah. Wild fire, divine, masculine, magnificence, witness. You have no idea, 22, why it's all happening. And sometimes it's best not to know. Because I feel like if I would have known what I know now then, I would have been like, count me out. Count me out. Count me out. But at my young age of 34, I'm about to be 35. This has been a magnificent journey. Yeah. And if she can do it, and my ancestors can do it, there's nothing that I can't do. Like, she gave me that confidence. She poured that into me. That's my inheritance. I claim that inheritance. There's nothing that I can't do. There's no mountain that I can't conquer. There's no trial that I can't endure. I live by that. I'm gonna die by that. And that's on my mama. It's on my soul. Aww. It says hollowed heart, veneration. And I was just talking about my mom. And it says sensuality, gentleness, nakedness. This is beautiful, spirit. This is so beautiful. Y'all. This is going to be good. We got this. And I feel like everybody is going through the same thing. My soul is going through it in certain ways. Y'all's soul is going through it in certain ways. And I'm just so happy. I'm so happy to see these two cards come out. It's going to be a magnificent story. Look at the heart and the roses. A rose in Harlem grew out the concrete. No, it ain't sweet. Okay, y'all got stories. This is like epic tales. Pictures. Shit. Where's my phone? Okay, let's pull up Trina's email. Okay, so Trina, your question is, let me find the timestamp. I'll come back. Good night. Love you. Okay, so Trina, you want to know is this is for Trina. Spirit, is relocating best for Trina at this time? Spirit, is relocating best for Trina at this time? Is relocating the best for Trina at this time? Spirit, is relocating the best for Trina at this time? It's coming out as a yes. You have double confirmation. Actually, when you move, I don't know if I'm hearing a protective order or you're going to feel safer. The universe will take it as you standing on what you say. If you said it, something about you've already said it, like you were going to do it. And so the universe is saying, you said you was going to do it, and now you doubting it. And that's pretty much, that creates indecision. All right. They get it that you're trying to be practical about how you make this move and how you do it and how you transition. Wherever you're going, you're going to be more prosperous. You're going to be able to do 3 things at one time because you're not exerting so much energy in something that doesn't make you happy, doesn't emotionally fulfill you. If it's a job, you're incompatible. If it's a relationship, you're incompatible. If it's a partnership, a roommate situationship, whatever, it's incompatible. And so when you're incompatible, that's the expiration date. It's time for you to go. Be willing to leave. Once it starts affecting your money and you start struggling to show up for the things that you commit to and the things that you want to do, the goals that you have, that's a confirmation that it's time for you to, I've enjoyed our time together. It's time for me to go. I've enjoyed my time here. I'm off with the wind, wherever it leads me, wherever it takes me, the Hierophant. And then you stay committed to it. Wherever you're going, you're going to be able to commit to all the demands of your schedule. The demands of your schedule. Oh yeah, this is, and you got the 4 of Wands in reverse. Cut your losses. Whatever you believe that another person is, whatever load you feel like the other person is carrying, they're barely carrying that load. The If the wish didn't come out, it didn't plan out how you wanted it to, that's a good thing. That means that you tried it, you came, you saw, you conquered, and you get to leave. Even if you wanted it to work and you were trying to turn over a new leaf, it's okay to change your mind. They want you to pretty much, as you're going through this moving and transition process, whatever you experience with, if this is a person, turn that, experience you had with that person into a book, a dramatic love novel. If it's a job, turn it. If it's a job or a career, turn that into a song. Be a rich spirit medium. Okay, that's a healthy way of you processing the experiences of that unrequited situation that made you feel as if you had to have some losses. If it's wisdom that you're gaining, allow yourself to be used as a vessel to share your life lessons with other people. And it's going to render you something back tenfold. And that's what I'm seeing for you, Trina. Yes, 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 yes. Get it moving on. So I hope that's what I got for you. And I love all of you guys that got to watch the live stream. If you're watching this on replay, shout out to you guys. The last day for personals is on the 11th. I will be taking away personals for a very long time. All right, you guys. Good night.